We are following some breaking news right now out of Duval County, where workers at 2 dealerships confirmed to our On Your Side team that there have been bomb threats made against those businesses. We've reached out to JSO to learn more about those reported threats, but we've not gotten any confirmation from police. But we are choosing not to name those car dealerships until we hear back from JSO. So far, there does not appear to have been any large police response connected to those reports, but we are continuing to look into this, and just as soon as we get more information, we'll let you know.